morning, students. I hope all are safe in your home. I am expecting everyone follow all the video classes, before video classes, up to what we have discussed in previous classes. That is Python fundamentals, that is chapter 6. Python introduction, CPT and Python, getting started with Python, that is chapter 5. Okay, all these topics we discussed. Okay, previous classes. So in last class we discussed operators, that is logical operators. Up to now we discussed different types of operators. Operators topic. Okay, this operator topics have a number of different types of operators. First one is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. Okay. So these arithmetic operators can be divided into two types. One is unary, second one is binary. Unary, binary. So operators, first operators are arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. So in that first one is unary operators, binary operators. Unary operators are plus and minus. These are positive sign and negative sign, plus and minus. After that, binary operators. So the binary operators are plus operation, addition. Addition. Here it is calling it as addition. Minus means subtraction operator. Okay. After that, multiplication, division, slash means division. After that, percentage symbol for modulus operator. Modulus means here it returns quotient, this one, slash, division, ordinary division. So percentage means it returns remainder. This operator is called as remainder, modulus operator. Okay, it returns remainder. After that, floor division. Double slash symbol is used for floor division operation. So up to now, first type of operators are arithmetic operators. Okay, in that arithmetic operators there are two types. One is unary operators and second one is binary operators. So unary operators means, why it is calling it as unary? They are working on single operand. What is meant by operator? Operators are works on data. Okay, that is numbers, either strings or bit values. Okay, they are operating on data. They are processing on data. So here data means any type of data. Integer, float, binary, boolean. These are all different types of data that are processed in programming languages. Okay. So unary operators means plus and minus. These are, why it is calling it as unary. This one is these unary operators work on only single operand. That's why it is calling it as unary operators. Binary, by means two. So binary operators works on two operands. Okay, that's why it is calling it as binary operands. So 2 plus 3. Here 2 is one operand, 3 is another operand. Like that, here all these operands are working here. Next, coming to second one. Relational operators. Relational operators. See, This relational operators means less than, okay, less than, greater than, comparison. These are all comparison operators. These operators are also called as comparison operators. So okay, they works on conditions, okay, in if-else conditions, for loop conditions. All these operators are frequently used in decision making statements, control structures, looping statements. Okay, in that we are making conditions. In the conditions we are using these operators, that is greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, is equal to, double is equal to symbol is used for double equal to symbol, double is equal to symbol is used for equality operator, not equal to, this is also called as not equal to. So this operator is called as not equal to, greater than, less than symbol placed in opposite direction, that is called as not equal to. Okay, or otherwise this can be also write as not equal to, that is this can also, okay, treated as not equal to. So these are all different relational operators, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than. Next, third one, identity operator. So assignment operator, augmented assignment operator. So assignment operators. So assignment operator means single equal to. It works on all these operators. All these means arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators. All these operators works on left to right generally. Generally all the operators are works on left to right. But this operator, assignment operator, works on from right to left. Suppose A is assigned 10. This is calling it as A is assigned to 10. So this 10 value is assigned to memory location 1000. Memory location consists of variable A that consists of address location 1000. When we are executing, okay, program, this memory A created in memory and that, okay, placed in one memory location. So in that we are placing here 10, for example. Okay, so this 10 is value 10. This is literal value. Okay, variable. This can be assigned to variable A, value assigned to this one. So this one works like that. Otherwise, A is assigned B. A is assigned B means already B consists of 20. For example, I am creating this statement A is assigned B. So B value is stored in A value. So that means both A and B represent same memory location. Both A and B both represent same memory location. In this way, this assignment operator works. Okay. Next, after that, fourth operator is identity operators. Identity operators. So here the identity operators are, okay, here the identity operators are is and is not. Is not. Is means A is B means if A is B means here A is a variable and B is another variable. Both represents the same memory location, memory object or not. If both represent same memory location, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay. So if it is true, means both A and B represent same memory location. Suppose A represents the memory address 1000. Here A represents this value. B also represent, okay, B also represent same memory location, that is contained value 10. In this way, see here both A and B are represent same memory address location. That's why here it returns true. Suppose B represents another memory location. B represents another memory location. In this way, this A is B. Okay, both A and B are not represent to same memory location. That's why, okay, so it returns false. It returns false. So suppose I am writing here, okay, A is not B. So if both operands A and B, okay, not represent to same memory address location, so that's why it returns true. So the reverse operation of is not. The reverse operation of is not is. Okay. So these two are one to, okay, opposite to each other. So if is true, is not is false. If is false, is not is true. In this way they works, okay, in programming languages. After that we discuss, okay, next after completion of identity operators, okay, we discussed logical operators. Logical operators. So fifth operator is logical operators. So logical operators. See, logical operators are, okay, so these are returns either true or false. Boolean values they are written. Boolean means either true or false. Depends on these operators are, okay, works on conditional statements. That is, when you are using any programming language, we are using conditional statements. Conditional statements, okay, loop constructs, okay, decision making statements. So both are same. Conditional and decision making statement both are same. That is, example here, if A is greater than B, okay, print A is bigger. This one is conditional statement. Else B is bigger. Print B is bigger. So this one is one example for conditional statements. So by using logic Python programming language, we develop this type of conditional statements. So we use conditional statements, loop constructs, decision making statements. Okay. So these logical operators, okay, three logical operators are there. These are works on conditional statements or loop constructs. These are used with relational operators. Why? Because when we are constructing conditional statements, loop constructs, we are using greater than, less than, equal to, comparison or logic or relational operators. Okay. So these are all and are not operators. Already we discussed last class. Okay, we introduced not operator. Before class we introduced are operator. Okay, before that class we introduced and operator. So these logical operators are combined to combine two or more conditional statements. These are combined two or more logical statements. So they combine, logical operators combine two or more, okay, expressions or conditions. So conditions use greater than, less than or equal to, not equal to, all these symbols. So when you are using condition statements or loop control statements, control structures, we are using both logical operators and relational operators. Okay. By using logical operators, we are using and, or, not. And, or. These two are binary operators. Why it is calling it as binary? They combine two or more. They combine two or more expressions or conditions or operands. So that's why they are calling it as binary. Okay. But this not operator is called as unary. They work on single expression. Unary means single. They work on single expression. That's why it is calling it as unary operator. Okay, not operator is unary operator. This logical operator binary is called and are called as binary operators. Okay, so up to now we discuss logical operators with examples and operator, or operator. Today we discuss examples for not operator. So not is an operator, which negates the not operator. Logical operators, not operator. Not operator negates. It negates the it negates the operator value, operator or expression value. Okay, negates means suppose not 5. I am writing not 5. Here 5 is not 5 means here 5 is positive, non-zero. Non-zero means positive. 0 means negative. So we observe non-zero means positive value. Always non-zero means positive value. 0 means negative value. So here I am writing not 5. It evaluates to here 5 is positive value. Here this one is positive value. So that's why it is a non-zero value. That's why here positive means we are always taking it as true. Positive means true. Negative means false. 0 means negative. Negative means taking it as false. So this one is true, not true. Actually it returns 5 is positive. Positive means true. True evaluates to true. Not true means output here. When you are executing this one in Python programming in script mode, in interactive mode, in interactive mode, this result it works on this results false. It prints false value. So in this way, see the not operator works properly. Next, coming to another example I am taking. So 0. Here I am writing 0. Not 0. I am taking here 0 value. 0 means negative. Always negative. Negative means false. So not false. Not false. 0 returns false. 0 means negative. Negative means false. False. Not false. Not false means here our output returns not false. Negate. It negates. Negate means inverse. So true means false. Not operator works. Not operator. Truth value. Truth table is truth table or truth value of this not operator is operand 1. Operand 1 output. So 0 means 1 means true means false, false means true. So for operand is true, it returns output false. If operand false, it returns true. Negate, always it negate not means negate the original value. If the original value is true, it negates true negates false, false negates true. So not operator works like this. See here, not 0 means negative, negative means false, not false means true. It returns, our answer is true. Okay, see one more example here. Okay, see I am executing here not minus 5, not minus 5. So minus 5 is a non-zero. Minus 5 is non-zero value. Minus 5 is always not operator. Non-zero means positive. Okay, taking it as in Python programming positive. Positive means always true. 0 means negative. Negative always returns false. See, this one is not at minus 5. See, we not here non-zero value. So non-zero value means positive. Positive means true. Not true. So it returns output false. Not true means false. In this way, not operator works properly. Okay. Then we move. So logical, up to now we discuss logical operators, AND operator, OR operator and NOT operator. So then we move to chaining operator. Chaining operator. Chaining operator means, for example, I am a writer. Okay, 1 is less than, okay, 1 is less than 2. This one is one condition, and 2 is less than 3. If 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3. See here, if 1 is less than 2, 2 is less than 3. So I am using here 2, okay, conditions. We combine with AND logical operator. Okay. So this evaluates, actually originally it evaluates, first it evaluates to 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2 means true. It returns true. Okay. Next. Then if first one is true, we are using here AND operator. If first one is true, we then check for second condition. See here, second condition. Why? Because, so if the first operand is true, the output depends on second operator. If the second operand is also true, our output is true. If the second operand returns false, our output returns false. So if the first operand true, the second one, okay, our output depends on second operator completely. If it is true, output is true. If it is false, our output returns false. That's why we first operand true, then we check for second operand. Here second operand is second condition is 2 is less than 2. This one is also true. So true and true. AND operator is, actual AND operator is, AND operator table is, okay, operator 1, operator 2, output. It takes two operands, and it returns AND operator, takes two operands and returns one output value. See here, first one is true, second one is also true, it returns true. First one is true and second one is false, so it returns false. Why? Because AND operator, if any one is false, it returns false. Okay, first operand is false, second one is true, our final output value is false. Why? Because here first value is false. If the first operand value is false, second one also false, it returns also false. See, once observe this AND operator truth table. Here first one is true, then we check for second one. If it is true, it returns true. If it is false, it returns false. So see here, the first operand in these two cases, first operand is true. Then if second operand is true, it returns true. If second operand false, it returns false. So this output value depends on here second operand when first operand is true. This is the condition here. See, observe this case, these two entries in this AND operator. See, the first operand is false, automatically our output returns false without checking the second operand value. Why? Because if any one is false, here first one is true. That's why we check for second one is either true or false. Here first one is false already. That's why our output returns false. In this case, first one is true, second one is also true. So in this case, it returns complete output. It returns true. Our output returns true, final value, by using this first entry. This we are using here two condition statements. One is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3. So this can be combined into single statement. That statement is called as chaining operator. Chaining operator. This can be simply we are writing 1 is less than 2 is less than 3. 1 is less than this one is. This is called as chaining operator. Simply we write in a simple notation. We are writing two individual conditional statements grouping into single simple notation. So that is calling it as chaining operator. Suppose I am writing here one more example. Okay, one more example, that is I am taking here. So 2 is less than 3. 1 is less than 2. See, 1 is less than 2 and 2 is greater than 3. See, this one is first, we are taking 1 is less than 2, true. 2 is greater than 3. This one is false. Why? Because always 3 is greater than 2, but here this one is false. So that's why 2 is greater than 3 is always false. That's why true, false. First one is true, then we evaluate second one. Second one is also false. So true, false, that one is false. Final output is false. So this can be written as, so final output value is false here. So we are writing in this way. Simply we are writing, this can be written as by using chaining operator. Okay. So 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2 is greater than 3. Okay. In this way we are writing chaining operator, combining 2 or more values. I take one more example here for this. So I am writing here 1 is less than 2, or I am using this case R, and 2 is greater than 3. See, we observe here. First one I am taking 1 is less than 2 here. We evaluate first this one. I am using here R operator. The second one is 2 is greater than 3. First we evaluate first one. First one returns R operator. So up to now we discuss AND operator. This time we are writing R operator. So R operator truth table is R operator truth table. This is calling it as truth table or truth value or truth value. So basing on this table values, inputs and output, these two are inputs, this one is output, our result, okay, displayed. See here, if first operand is true and the second operand is also true, okay, so the result automatically returns true. Why? Because here OR operator always, okay, if any one out of all these two entries, if any one is true, our final output is true. See here, true, false, true, false. First one is true, second one is false. Our final output is true. First one is false, second one is true. Our final output is here. Second one is true. That's why our final output returns true. Here, see, observe. Here both operands returns false. That's why it returns final value false. How this works? Okay, OR operator. So first operator or first expression returns true. Okay, then we check for true. Then we no need to check for second operator, and we display the output true. Why? Because if any one is true, OR operator returns true. Here, see, if first one is true, no need to check for second one, automatically it displays true value. See, observe here, if first one is false, then we decide the value of this second expression or operand. So our output depends on the second operand. If it is true, our output returns true. If it is false, our output returns false. Okay, in this way OR operator works like that. Okay, see, so 1 is less than 2 is true, first expression, and second expression 2 is greater than 3 is false. False. If first one is true, second one is false, we are taking OR operator. So true false means it returns true. If any one is true, our final output is also true. In this way, so this can be right. So in this way, and or not, and or not, these are logical operators. Okay, and after that, this two individual operators, okay, conditions can be combined into single, okay, expression by using chaining operator. 1 is less than 2 is greater than 3. So this is calling it as chaining operator. We combine these two different conditions into single condition or single expression. Two different expressions combined to form a single expression. So this is today's class. Okay, remaining concepts, that is bitwise operators. Next and last operators are bitwise operators. We discuss. Okay, we will discuss in next class. Thank you, students.